In this exercise, we're going to be discussing whole tables. Whole tables are a different way to label out your holes, and it's very easy and simple to use. We come over to the Table panel, and we select the Hole Selection tab to start with. And it'll come up and it'll ask us to select a view, and then it'll ask us to place the origin, and then it wants you to go through and select all the holes that you want to identify. See, we could actually select the counterbore and countersink, threads, and the actual hole. Everything that's in that view, we right click, we say create, and we drop it in there. You'll notice that it automatically tags all the holes for us, and we can even come in here, select the tag, and drag it off to get it out of the way. That's a little hard to see in there. It's a very busy drawing. So now that we have our hole and thread notes where we can see them, you could reference them back to this table. If we have the origin in the wrong location, you can just grab it and move it. You'll notice as you move it, the table automatically updates. So depending on where you want to put your origin, it goes through and modifies it for you and keeps the table up to date appropriately. The next option is the hole view. Works similar to the hole selection, but instead of you manually going through and picking all the holes, it gives you all of the holes in that view. So you very easily grab everything and go. And then the last option is hole features. We're going to drop our origin as we did before, and then we're going to pick a hole, right click and say create. And basically it'll give you all the related holes there. I'll undo that one so you can see it one more time here. Hole feature. So I can either pick all of the holes or I could just pick one in the pattern and it'll give me everything in that pattern. So you can see it left out the A. In this case, this is the A, which was the center hole, but it got all the holes that are related to each other. Basically, they were all created with the same pattern or the same size, so it understands that they're all the exact same hole. We have the ability to come in here and edit the hole table. We can do things like edit precision. We can resort the table, we can add holes, we can remove holes, we can look at the visibility, and I can just say edit hole table, and we get all of our options. We can say arrange by size, arrange by position, we can actually combine notes, we can roll up notes. If you say roll up, you hit OK. And then what it does is it says, okay, these are all B's. They're all the exact same hole, so there's no sense in having multiple notes. So I can do the same thing up here. Right click, say edit hole table. You can say combine them. And what it does is it combines the ones that have the same description, but it gives you the locations of all the different ones. So we have a lot of options in here. Combine numbering. Change it over to where instead of being A, B, and C, it'll be 1, 2, 3. Same if we disabled the merge. We also have formatting options where we can change what information is in the table. We want the table to go down or up. We can actually adjust the line weights and the text styles inside of the table. We can add additional columns if we want. And then we could actually include filters for what holes we want to see. So if I come in here and I edit this whole table, where I'm rolling this up, I could say, include center marks and punch centers, and don't include hole features, but do include circular cuts, or don't include circular cuts, but do include hole features. So I have the ability to come in here and tweak these tables and get a lot of information in a very small space. If you're used to seeing hole and thread notes, you can make this look like your company standard. It's not hard to do. We can go through and use these styles and modify these whole tables and get exactly what you're used to seeing or what your guys out on the floor are used to seeing, and see how easy it is to use. So go through here and add one of each of the whole tables to this drawing, see the different types, and then come in here and then edit the whole table and look at the roll up. The roll merge is probably the most used, so you can decide if you want to roll it up or combine notes, and look at what happens whenever you do. So play with it, see what you can do, have some fun with it.